At Home with Lucas here. So today we're going to be talking about the Blink Doorbell Cam. Peace of mind at your door. So we're going to be figuring out, is this thing too cheap? It's only 30 some odd dollars as of 2023. It is very, very small, super compact, and it's only 1080p. Does it need to be 1440p like some of the other competitors out there? It does have the ability to use a battery instead of a wired connection. I've lived in 2 homes now and neither of them had doorbells. Yes, believe it or not, some houses do not have wired doorbells, which means if you're gonna buy one of those wired doorbell like Ring or like Wise, you're gonna need to do a lot of electrical work, or you're gonna have to hire someone to pay a lot of money to get that wired in. So battery operated for me is the way to go. So in this video, we're gonna do a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing and first impressions on said Blink doorbell. After that, we're gonna be putting this bad boy to the At Home with Lucas test to figure out, is it something you should buy or maybe skip altogether? I'm here for you, so to waste your time buying and returning. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So up at the top, you have the name of the company, Blink. This is the video doorbell. This is battery or wired. That is really cool. You have the day plus night HD live view. We'll be putting that to the test for sure. 2-way audio, chime alerts, works with your echoes. That is awesome. Peace of mind at your door. Love it. All right, let's get inside this box, people. Okay, tucked away at the bottom is the hardware. This is the most important stuff right here. You have your mounting, you got your wires and your template right here. Very important stuff. Definitely want to read through all of the instructions so you know how all this goes in. Love that it comes with batteries. That's awesome. All right, let's take a look at the creme de la creme, people.
Okay, I'm not sure if I missed the easy pull tab, but this was not easy to get off. I had to actually just start ripping at it, and it was kind of annoying, so hopefully you'll find the easy pull.
All right, so let's go ahead and walk around this bad boy right quick. So here is the HD camera right there. You have a microphone right there, and then you have your push button, which is going to have a light up around it. And then at the very bottom, you have the name of the company, Blink. Take a look at the side over here, completely clean. This is ready to be installed and mounted. And then at the bottom right here, you have their speaker grill. Okay, so let's talk about materials. So this is made out of some decent, slightly textured plastic. It's a little bit cheaper in hand than it is in picture. In picture, it looks a little bit more premium and a little bit more put together, but nonetheless, it feels really dense and really strong, and it feels like something that's gonna hold up. Now, my front door is basically morning sun, so this is gonna get hit by a lot of sun. It's a little bit more gray than black, which it's okay, but in the pictures, this definitely looked a little bit more premium, a little bit more put together. This, of course, is glossy piano black. This is a little bit lighter down here, slightly different tone, more in the gray side, and then there, of course, is the HD sensor tucked away inside of there, and that's what hopefully will be giving us a good image. Now, for the price, I'm not expecting anything too crazy, so my expectations are low-ish. But yeah, so first impressions, this thing is decent. It's definitely a little bit smaller than I would have thought, which is good. I was expecting this thing maybe to be a little bit bigger, but this is the perfect size. And of course, it's all going to come down to how well it mounts on the house, and of course, how well the image quality is. So let's get this thing installed. Okay, so the first thing you do is download the Blink app. Of course, I already have that downloaded. Second thing you're going to do is open up this little door back here, which is going to expose your batteries. They actually give you lithium-ion Energizer batteries. That is so awesome. So if you don't know what lithium-ion batteries are and you don't know the difference, these are going to last you a year's time versus regular AA batteries that aren't lithium are going to last you maybe a month's time. So and of course, battery life is going to come down to how much you go in and out your door and how much you have people coming to your door. So if you have a high traffic door, then you're going to end up with a battery that's going to last a few months versus lasting a lot longer. So there we go. We got the batteries installed. Let's go ahead and check out this guy right here. It's doing a blinking thing. Blink, blink. Okay, I think it's ready for us to jump into the app. So we're going to go ahead and hit the plus at the top right corner. We're going to go ahead and choose Blink Video Doorbell. Okay, we're going to disarm it before we get this going. We've already done that. We already did that. It is blinking. I may have to get closer to my router. Okay, it's updating the firmware. There we go. It went. It worked, people. Wow, that was actually quite fast. There we go. Awesome. Okay, now let's go ahead and check out the image quality right quick. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so this is indoor with pretty decent lighting. The window is right in front of me. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the app real quick and all the settings for the video doorbell. I'm going to go ahead and click on the little icon right there. So you have your general settings at the top. This is where you can, of course, change the name. You can check the battery. I wish they would tell you a battery percentage. They just say okay or battery needs to be replaced. They don't even tell you that it's at the middle of the battery. They just say okay or battery needs to be replaced. It's kind of annoying. They tell you the firmware. You got your network information, so that's pretty simple. Then you have your motion settings right here. So you can adjust this all the way up to number 9. But you don't want to do that because if an ant crawls across the sidewalk, it's probably going to pick that up. So I keep mine around 4 because it's basically going to pick up a human walking up to your front door, and you don't need a lot of motion sensitivity for that. That's a large object walking towards your front door. You got motion zones right here. So I actually went ahead and grayed out all of them except for the bottom down here, because what I was having was cars were driving by and I would get a notification that someone was at my front door. All right, let's go to video and photo settings. So this is where you can set your clip length, so you can have it run at 30 seconds. I have my quality set to best. This is going to use a little bit more battery, but I like to have a crispy image. And then here's the cool thing. You can have the video stop early if there's not any more movement. Night vision down here, you definitely want it to be on auto. I keep my IR intensity on high, so basically what that means is it's going to shoot out an infrared light from the doorbell, so if someone comes up at night, their face is going to be lit up really well. So pretty straightforward, very simple app. It definitely does its job. It doesn't have any bells and whistles. You have your settings right here, also very simple, very straightforward, and then you have all your clips right here. So it's a very simple, very straightforward app. Okay, one thing you're going to want to do is come outside of your house, of course, and find the spot by holding this up, and then look at your phone or your tablet and just get it lined up to where it's the right height for your doorway. So some people, you may want it a little bit lower. Other people, you may want it a little bit higher. So I'm going to put mine right here. When I looked at my camera, everything looked perfect from this spot. Now, of course, you could put it on the molding, but you really don't want to drill holes in this. If you do have an existing doorbell in the molding, then you're going to be fine. You're going to be able to put this on here just fine. But this is where it's going to go, right in the center here. So all I'm going to do is take this and start screwing that in right there, right in the center. Okay, and there you go. That's what it looks like when it's fully installed. I'm going to go ahead and push the button right here to activate. Kind of an old school chime, kind of cool. And then you have that light up right there. Real simple, real straightforward. Alexa, show me doorbell.
Okay.
Okay, this is what it looks like when you're talking into the Blink doorbell and onto your Echo. So all of this is being recorded from the blink cam right now outside, and this is what it looks like. So you can basically see that it's picking up a lot of this location here, this area, but it's not really picking up a lot of what's going on down below. So if someone brings a package and drops it down and you tell your Echo to show you the front door, you're not actually going to see what's down here. So that's the only downfall of this, but you're going to be able to pick up people walking up from a distance. You can see you've got me fully picked up on here, and this is on the highest resolution, 1080p, so this is the highest image quality, and you can see as I get closer to it, my face gets darker because it's not being lit by the back. It's kind of reversed. So I wish they had a camera light built into it that would turn on right now and brighten my face up so you can really get some good detail.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at a wide variety of clips. These are going to be different times of day. There's going to be some that are daytime that I switched over to black and white. But you can see for the majority of these clips that you're going to be able to pick up the likeness of the people coming up to your house. You're going to be able to see a good amount of detail of face and whatnot. And then of course, if you download and save the clip, you can go in and brighten faces with a editor. So definitely don't worry about that. But for the most part, you're going to see a little bit of shadowing on the face as they enter into the porch. There's no lights on the porch during the day, and all the light is coming from basically the back of them. So these are all backlit basically videos, and it's using as much sensor as possible to clean up the face. Now I do wish that they would do something where they maybe did an update where they did an HDR of some sort. Here I am cleaning the lens. That was a very funny image right there. But yeah, so cloudy days, sunny days, you're still going to get a good amount of shadowing on the face, which is a little bit annoying, and I wish that they would send out an update at some point to make it a little bit crisp and a little bit more clear. But for most people, you're going to see the person coming, you're going to be able to talk to them, and you're going to have all that work very easily with the two-way. So here we go. I turned it into black and white mode or night mode during the day. So I was just trying to test, am I going to be able to see people clear, see faces a little bit clearer, and it really didn't help. As you can see right here, it's still basically a shadowed face. It's actually even worse with it on black and white mode. I was not happy with that, so I switched it off back to auto. But yeah, so you can definitely see that it is a 1080p sensor. It's just not super crispy, and I just wish it was just a little bit better. I feel like the angle that it's at too is making it very hard for you to pick up faces super clear as they get closer and closer to the doorbell. So definitely take note of that if you're comparing this to another camera doorbell out there. This one is going to be a little bit more shadowed and a little bit darker on faces. So definitely take note of that. But for the price, you can't beat it. I mean, it's incredible. Okay, this is what they call black and white mode. So this is gonna just do straight IR blasting at whoever's coming at your house. My front porch light is turned off for this. If it's turned on, then you can barely make out anything. The faces just look like a white blur, like it's very strange. When I went to record this, you could see it glitched out a whole bunch. It would like start and stop and skip. So that was a little bit annoying, but that doesn't happen when someone actually walks up to your house. It records it pretty clearly and really nice. But for some reason, whenever you try to do the record mode, it messes up. But yeah, this is really dark outside, and it's doing a good job of picking up the outside. Here I am again a little bit earlier. Once again, you can see how it takes a minute to really process and adjust for the face. So there you go, it just switched. So it's good. You can see very clearly who I am, and you can see everything pretty clearly. If I turn the IR down a little bit, maybe to medium, it might work a little bit better. I have it set on high. So, but yeah, this is basically what they call black and white mode. You have to go into the settings to turn it off of auto, and then you get to here. Okay, this is with the front porch light on, and we have it set to auto, so it's going to do full color whenever it can. If it can't do full color, then it will turn off and go to black and white. So this is on auto mode right here, and I'm going to come out and talk to camera. It didn't really work, so I don't have the audio playing. It kind of glitched out on me once again, but you can see that it's almost too bright. It's making my face look a little overexposed, so they definitely could do an update on this camera to make it a little bit better. It's definitely a little bit too wonky, if you will. Okay, here it is. It's way later into the night. It's really dark outside this night. No moon or stars or anything. Again, it might even be overcast, but you can see the difference completely. If I didn't have my porch light on, it would have switched to black and white mode. And there you go, it picked up a car going across down my street, and there it is coming back. And then here's my wife walking up late at night, coming home from work. You can see it's doing a really good job of picking up her face and likeness and whatnot. So it definitely does a hit or miss on faces.
Test. So here's some text down here on this box. If you can read the text, then that's actually really good. If you can't read the text, then you understand what I'm saying when I say that there is not a good sensor inside of here, and it's not picking up faces when there's backlight like there is right now. It's not even full sun, and it's not allowing for you to see as clearly. Now at nighttime, it actually sees way better because I have a front porch light that bright people's faces and likeness is a little bit more like it's in a shadow. So definitely take note of that. This is the image quality test.
Alright, let's see what happens when you push this bad boy right here. There's my notification right on my device. It's going to pop up. Here we go. It's loading away. You can see it's still flashing over here. Alright, there we go. That is me. Let's go ahead and mute this real quick. We'll go ahead and put it into full screen mode. So there's full screen mode right there. Flip it around. So that's actually pretty fast. So if you're upstairs and you're not able to get down to the front door real quick, you can just simply jump onto here and tell the person at the front door what's going on. If you have a smart deadbolt, then you can unlock your door and let them in, which is really cool. You will have to hit continue though if you're talking, and then you can of course turn your microphone on your side right here. Okay, got to turn that off, otherwise it's going to echo. But that was actually really cool. Let me show you this up close. You can see it's hearing my voice and showing a little animation. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. There. Oops. Yikes. There we go. Okay, fix that. All right, you can shrink it back down. You can of course save your clips. So if you want to save your interactions with your front door, you can save it there, and then you can go into device settings right there. So really cool, very simple, very straightforward. But I do wish that they would figure out some way to make this like a actual phone call. So when someone pushes this, your screen automatically opens up just like a phone call would, and you can accept or decline. That would be absolutely amazing, but they don't offer that feature with this doorbell. That was one thing I was hoping, was someone would push this button and it would pop up on the screen just like a phone call. But there we go. That is it right there. Very simple. And this is on my iPad. You can of course do it on your Android phone or Samsung phone, if you will, and get the same exact interaction. So that's really cool. We'll go ahead and exit out of this. We'll go ahead and close this. All right, and there you go. You can see the doorbell has completely shut off. Okay, I've been using this thing for long enough that I think I have a full comprehensive review for you guys, and let's just start off with the build quality. So this thing is built super solid. I really like it. Like I said, it's a little bit more gray than it is black, but it really fits into your house and does a really good job. The only thing I had to do is add some washers back here. I'm going to show you guys what I did. Okay, so I actually put 2 washers. You can see them right there. I had to slap those on. And then I didn't put any washer on the bottom. So the whole top part right here, as you can see, is basically sticking out 1/4 of an inch, causing the camera to tip down a little bit. Now I could put a 3rd washer in there, and I may actually put a 3rd one in, because what I'm finding is I'm seeing a lot more of the top of my porch and not as much of the bottom. So I may put a 3rd one in, tipping this forward even more. And the cool thing is this just goes right back on like normal, and you can't really tell that it's tipping forward. It kind of looks normal. The only thing is, cushion is not touching the house. It's just the washers right now. So there it is. It's tipping forward a little bit, which is helping out. And I may tip it forward a little bit more with a 3rd washer. The microphone is absolutely phenomenal. The button pressing right here is awesome. The chime that comes off of it is actually really funny. It's really old school, but it does a good job of letting the people know that they just pushed a doorbell. If you don't have the companion indoor camera, then you're not going to get any sound to come into your house. You only get the notification on your phone, which is, it's okay.
Motion detected at the video doorbell.
The ability to pick up motion and sense when people are walking up is phenomenal. This thing really does a good job of picking up motion, and I give it a big applause for that. The ability to see in a wide angle, it definitely has a wider angle lens than most, but what it fails at is picking up the faces if there's not a light shining on them. So most porches, the light is going to shine onto the porch and not the other way around, shine onto the faces. So this being 1080p, it really needs to be bumped up to something greater, and it really needs a light to come on even during the daytime. It needs a very bright LED light to come on, maybe with a little diffuser on it so it doesn't blind people, but that would be phenomenal. That would really help out. Most of the time you can pretty much see everyone walking up and see the likeness of them and be able to tell who they are. But, you know, in certain situations, you're going to possibly lose the ability to see somebody's face. So that's where this needs to be updated for sure. The ability to have your echoes notify you when someone's at the front door is a huge thumbs up. I absolutely love that so much. The size of it is perfect. It's really the right size. You just have to make sure that you put it at the right point on your front door. You don't want it to be too high and you don't want it to be too low. If you have steps going down, you're probably going to want it to be a little bit lower. But that's something, like I said earlier, you're going to have to move it around while watching it on camera, and then you'll determine where to put it. The install, truly just a couple minutes, you're good to go. The cleanup of this, I just wipe it off every once in a while. It gets a little bit dusty, so not very bad for the cleanup. But because of the image quality and because it doesn't really pick up faces when the light's not shining straight at them, I'm going to give it a lower star rating. So I'm going to give this thing a 4.2 star rating, and I'm going to say that I'm looking forward to the 2nd generation of this. I know they're going to improve that sensor in there, and I know they're going to make it so that you can really pick up the faces and pick up everything very crystal and clear. So solid star rating, highly recommended to everyone out there that knows what they're buying. Buy it.
All right, there you go. That's the Blink doorbell. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button. And if you want to join the Adam Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos. And it's because of you guys I surpassed 6K. Yes, people, on my way to 7K, but I need your help. Yes, you right there. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.